Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, a squad looking to put on a show. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. They'll try to get it through the air. Discards a man. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. They'll go to the ground.
Picks up one. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Harris will throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I don't think anybody expected this true freshman to jump in the scene here in college football and just explode the way he has. He has been making big plays week in and week out, and that's why this true freshman is square in the middle of the discussion when they're talking about Heisman Trophy.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Motion from the offense. To the ground with the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
He's got it, and they convert. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup on first down from the 13-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. He's got his man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This has simply been a special year for this guy. It's one he's going to look back on with so many fond memories. With that last completion, he has now surpassed 5,000 yards passing on the year.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive hurdle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and... with some bad intentions.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice move to pick up yardage. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Quickly complete. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch called for and made. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Got it in the middle. It's Correa. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Harris back to pass. Got his man. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Caught. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Korea. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. And he's in for the score. Touchdown. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down. And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where...
And it's in for a touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with his Week 12 performance.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to... What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. He makes the connection. At midfield, he's got room. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back up.
Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. Determined run, but he's stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some bound.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Harris will throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll take a shot. It's snagged in the end zone. Touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They bring the punter onto the field now. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintain.
And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. All wideouts, no backs. He'll start this drive firing. Brings it in down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Got it in the middle, it's Correa. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. It's complete to the left. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Harris back to pass. It's complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. The snap sets up the throw. A strike downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's in for the touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at InfoCision Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And ready to go here in the second half. Well, he might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Gain of 2. Brings up third down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wiggles free. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll leave it with the lone back.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Harris will throw. Fires to the end zone. Finds his man down the middle. And the defense drags him down. Now on 2nd and goal.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabs it in the middle. At the 45 on his way. He's into the open down the middle. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to play.
Harris back to pass. Going deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
The screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. Got it past the marker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a career game for this linebacker. You don't see a lot of linebackers get 2 picks in a game, but this guy's done it. He's done an outstanding job in zone coverage and in man, and he's showing his coaching staff he's got pretty good ball skills too.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to the air one more time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And here comes the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Now this offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Coming after him. He wants to take the top off. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Harris will throw. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He's right on target. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game-type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got an open man. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. And he's got a touchdown. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And a sack all the way back at the 5. They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. He's looking to throw. Gets it to the back. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. All kinds of running room. Inside the 10. Nice throw, great catch, easy glide into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Ball State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They're going to test the right side with this one. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wide out in motion. Harris back to pass. Avoids pressure. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Matthews. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And that last completion left him short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The completion well past the sticks. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw it again. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them for...
Makes the catch down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Feeling some heat. Escapes the sack. He turns it loose to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Got it. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Third and goal, where the strong come through. Harris will throw. He's got it on the move. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Trying to get to him. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pocket starts to collapse.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation.
They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right?
Oh, he wants it all. Pulls it in on the right. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going up top on 1st down. They're trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. He's going to fire deep. And he's got it at the 10. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of it. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like, spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Got it! And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. He wants a big play here late. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.